Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. We're at Hobby Lobby, y'all. Lots of art decor, clocks, lamps, all the things. Are you ready? Let's shop. Starting with the wall decor. Look at these items. I feel like we've never taken a really close look at these, just these aisles back here. I feel like this is the back of the store. I don't frequent it very often. Lots of, like I already mentioned, wall decor and like look at this piece. This is serious. Like, this is so tall. Look at the details. Of course, these are like reproduction and not original, not vintage, if you will, but they're nice. In my opinion, I feel like they're very nice. They have lots of cool, different items that you're not going to find everywhere. This one right here is $60, and they're having a huge sale. Yeah, look at this. This one is really pretty. $68.99. I really like it. I will say though, I love the wood, as a lot of you guys know. I don't know how I feel about like the ironwork. If I am into the iron part, it's because there's wood involved. You know, look at this. The fleur-de-lis. I used to say that the fleur-de-lis was like my signature print. Like, whenever I would see this print, kind of like a paisley, you know. But these are heavy, and it's $10. Speaking of the sale, by the way, 50% off. This thing, I mean, there is barely any space. Like, I don't even know how that was like hanging. That's what it's doing. It's hanging on to dear life to not fall off. Look at the keys. When it comes to keys and crosses, like I used to, another thing, it was the fleur-de-lis, a cross, and keys, like these specifically. I used to think like I would want to have a collection and do an entire wall of just these items, or like all crosses or all keys or all like bunch of different fleur-de-lis and different materials or something. I've grown out of that, I will say. But you know, here they are. If you're interested in these items, here they are. And like I said, I feel, look at this one. This one is good. See what I mean? The wood and the ironwork at the same time. $50 for that one. So good. I really was excited to be in this section. We kind of ventured into this area some weeks ago, and I very quickly showed a couple of things, but not in this detail. 50% off, y'all. All the mirrors. And they have lots of them. $140. They have tiny babies. They have large, medium, small, you know. Hi. Hello. This one, love. I love like the framing around it. $100. That's the sale price, by the way. And then there's this like really tall gold one. This is the mirror, $230, you know. This was the it mirror for a few years, a version of it. And it's still here. Are we still into that mirror? Who is it that has, what is that, velvet? Who is it that has, is it, I was going to say Anthropology, even though I think they do have one. Restoration Hardware maybe is the originator of that gigantic mirror, and then everybody, you know, made their lookalikes, their dupes, if you will. Look at these. I wanted to show you these because they have these different shaped mirrors. They're kind of small. They're on a little chain, and you can kind of like put a little, speaking of a wall of things, you know, some like a wall display, if you will. You can kind of put all those mirrors together as a little display, if you will. Look at these. Aren't these cool? All the different shapes, the different frames. $60 for this one. It says always 50% off. I just realized that. What? They're always 50% off? Interesante. I literal, just realized that it says that. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. I just didn't realize. You know, I'm thinking it's a sale, but it says always 50% off. That's confusing to me. Because also the sign is there, like I said, like, okay, 50% off, like right now, you know? Anywho, here's more. It does not end there. There's a whole nother side of mirrors. Is anybody shopping for mirrors at this point? I hope this comes in helpful. $75 for this one right here. I don't know. I think the price points are pretty decent. It is a much larger variety when it comes to the sizes and all that than, you know, Home Goods and even World Market. I'm trying to think of like what World Market has. Of course, it's like a little bit different, but it is a pretty big variety. Lots of choices here at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Look at that. Like so many. I love the frame on this one. $80. Now we're getting into like the more like modern, I guess you could say. Frameless, if you will. There are those tiny little mirrors again on the chain. These have a black framing around them. I like the idea of that one over the sink. That's why I was pointing to that. $45. Not a bad price point. If you're just needing that like over, you know, like the powder room mirror, or even if you're doing like a double, you know, like double sink mirrors, $45 for each mirror, that's not bad. Here's some little glammy glam for the glam room. I'm giving a lot of mirror reflection action in this video. I think this is the most I've been in the mirror reflection. It's like the house of mirrors over here. You see those lamps back there? No worries. We're going to the lamps. For sure. This one, I was feeling it because it looks like leather. It's not leather at all, but it looks like it is. Which actually would have been cool. $140 for this one of their larger ones. And now here are the lamps. Samesies with the lamps. Okay, and that says always marks 50% off as well. If that is the case, guys, which apparently it is, wow, they have good lamps. This is exactly why I wanted to come into this section. This was like the main reason why I did this video, was because I saw all the lamps and I was like, wait a minute, what? All these tiny babies over here are super cute. Again, lots of variety, just like the wall art, just like the mirrors, the lamps. So many. Not a bad price point at all. And also, when they do put them on clearance, I've seen the lamps on clearance, which was the first time that I realized that they even had like a extensive lamp section. I just never actually ventured over here, but I remember during the Christmas holidays was when I saw some clearance items for, you know, like the lamps were in the clearance section. That's what I really want to say. And here they are. So imagine they're 50% off, and then like they go on a bigger clearance, like 75% off. Look how good these are. Love. Even the lampshade, $40. What is that, velvet? Look at these. $40. There's some green ones we're about to see. So good. $55. You see what I mean? I'm trying to think of what the price points are for the lamps at Home Goods, because of course they, as you guys know, I do tend to look at lamps way more often there at Home Goods than I would say almost anywhere else. Maybe when I go to Kirkland's, I do like to show lamps sometimes there. Look at these. How pretty. That's beautiful. What is that, velvet? Yes, for $40. And I'm loving the lamps with these little pulley things. And look at the base. It's like a layer of glass over the metal part. Love, 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 love. But the little turn on and off little, what name is that? What does that have a name? Does that have an actual official name? The little light pull chain situation? You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm sure there is a name, and of course, you know, why would I know it? But I love it. I love all the lamps with those because that just makes it much more easier, way more convenient, and it just gives the lamp like this vibe of like fanciness. Like I just feel like the lamps that have that tend to look like fancy. I don't know. I feel like it's a fancy thing. This lamp right here, that whole like, I want to call it filigree, but that whole little design, that portion of it, the case, the cage, if you will, is metal on that one. I thought these were interesting. So the outside part is like a wood of sorts, but then on the inside, it's glass. So again, it's like a cage of sorts on the outside of the glass portion. I love this one. $22.50. So cute. It basically looks like a vase. It looks like a vase you would find in their vase section, which by the way was completely empty. A lot of that stuff went on clearance too. If you guys remember the last video, I think the last time we were here, I showed you very quickly like an end cap of 75% off on all the vessels. Well, it looks like they probably like, I hope that's what it is, that they're bringing in a bunch of new ones because that entire row was empty. Look at this lamp. This is not for me, but I like it. It's like low. It's $45. That's another part that I like. The lamps with the little twisty thing at the top. These little tiny ball things. Oh my goodness. By the way, this one looks like the other one. Or now looks like it. Like I feel like they're from the same family, the same planet. The one that I just said looks like they're vases. Those are so cute. I really, really love those. But hopefully there's new vases coming because that entire row was empty. I mean, like now one thing on the shelf. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely be going back to see what they're placing in that aisle. Love the black lampshades. I don't know that I would do that at this point for myself, but I do love them. I did have black lampshades back in the day, like back in our house in New York. I had black lampshades in our bedroom. I do remember that. Look at these. These are super cool with the little bird there. $32.50. And see how that matches? I like that. That's like kind of like the turn on and off switch. The little chain switch. Is that what it's called? Maybe that's what it's called. But the ones with these little matching toppers, if you will, I like that too. I feel like it's just an additional really cute detail that makes the lamp just be that much better. I was trying to see what this was made of. I couldn't, it's not wood. I guess it's some kind of resin or like, I don't know. It's something though. So good at descriptions over here. The glass ones, those tiny ones, very cute. And there's more. This is the other side. So now these are like the hanging, you know, little like small chandelier situations. I love that they have these basket looking ones. Love. So good. These are them like in the boxes that they actually come in. These were one of my favorite lamps. Love these. $50. What I tell myself though is every time that I like gravitate towards anything that's like a basket like this, I'm like, can't have everything in the house be a basket theme, you know? It's like I have baskets everywhere, and then the lamps are gonna have the basket vibes, and then, you know, like, how many things can have like this basket? I need to compare and contrast, you know, like mix and match. I need to do something. This lampshade, on the other hand, do not love. That's so ridiculous. I did not like those at all. Look at this. You see me? $30. Like, I did want to show it to you. That's one of the tiny babies, but of course, I'm loving it. Why? Because it's like a little basket at the bottom. How cute is that? Love. Look at this velvet. What is that? Velvet? Yes. Super beautiful navy blue. A little texture there. So good. And did you notice it did have the little chain pulley? So good. $60 for these. Let me know what you guys think of these lamps. Am I like the last person to know that Hobby Lobby had such a good variety for lamps, and the prices I just feel are not bad at all. I almost kind of want to say that these are very close to the Home Goods prices. Now I'll have to remember from when I go to Home Goods, like, what is the price point there. These I thought were very cool. Look at these. Okay, but that one needs to stay. The cord is like stuck underneath the other one. Could you imagine if I would have just went ahead and yanked that off of there? Not good. It would have all came tumbling down. So it does have like a screw on, as you just saw, bulb situation. But how cool are those? I don't know, those look nice and different. I really like those. These are also cool. I love a black accent. I'm trying to stay away from it, but I do love it. It calls me. These are also really nice. $30. And these are $35. Right? Very nice. Now this is the section that we kind of took a quick look at a few weeks ago when I mentioned earlier that I did come into this area, and I said I'm gonna come back and do like a fuller video. I love these frames. Like, those are so cool. They also have them right here in the white. 50% off all frames. And then look at this. I never knew they had this ever, like, anywhere. But those are like frames for your vinyls. Is that what they're called? Like for your records, like the old school records. If you want to put that, I think that's so cool. My father collects those. He has like a huge collection. And my husband's father also had a bunch. We have his with us at our house. My father has his. He shipped them all back to the Dominican Republic. So now they're back home, if you will, because of course they're all Spanish music. So they're back there again. But he did have a huge collection. But I just think that that's so cool for somebody who's a collector, and then you have like a super special, you know, album that you want to frame, for them to have the frames. And they also have like the 54s. That's what it's called, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the smaller record. There's like the big record and then the smaller record. Okay. Anywho, here are the clocks, y'all. Another aisle with a ridiculous amount of variety on all things wall clocks, table clocks, all the clocks. $95 for this one. Very different. It has a little bit of a, I will say that one has a little bit of like a basket vibe, but I did not love it. So there are, I guess, some things that have that basket vibe that I don't necessarily love. This one is $100, and this one I did like. I love that detail at the very top. I love that it's wood. $17 for that tiny baby. But that one is really cool. This one right here, this doesn't move. Like, I thought it was like a functioning situation. Clock. Maybe no, it didn't move. 140, but it's different. And I like it. And then there's all of these. I like this one, and I actually really like the font of the numbers too. It's 136. Look at that. And then they had this little end cap. I thought we were done. But we weren't. Because then they had these. So cute. These are the table clocks. Love that one. Love the shape. Just like super cute, vintage looking. Oh, that wood one right there. So good. And look at this. A little bicycle one. Let me know what you guys think. Have you ever been to this section of Hobby Lobby? Did you know that they had such a big variety on all these items? That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click your notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. And let's keep the party going by clicking on one of these videos right here on the screen. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!